WPGC 95.5. What up, DMB? I told you I had a special guest coming tonight in the building with me right now, my man T.I. How are you doing, sir?
What's that, homie?
Man, you got a lot going on, man. What's an EP?
Yeah, it's an EP. It's just a project, you know what I mean?
What made you decide to drop this?
Well, really, man, you know, the events that had taken place, man, in the country, man, over the summer, the Philando Castile and Alton Sterling situation. Of course, atop and amidst all the other just travesties that had taken place in the country, just it motivated me, it pushed me, and urged me to do something. So right around the time where I was, when I was protesting and doing my thing in the streets, it just motivated me to make music.
And by you raising some young black men, what are some of the things that you tell them that to do when they encounter police officers or just encounter situations like this in the streets?
Well, I won't say I'm politically driven. I'm more so spiritually driven. Of course, all the times I'm not financially driven, but I feel like with my sons, raising my sons, the things I try to encourage them to do is, first of all, comply with the authority. Understand that your ultimate goal is to make it home by any and every means. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't got time to go back and forth and argue with a person in a position of authority about who's right, who's wrong, and allow them the opportunity to nitpick the situation and make you frustrated and make themselves frustrated so it can escalate to an unfortunate incident.
Okay.
You just want to, comply as much as possible, present your papers, show that you're within the law. Once you get cleared, just get on home. Warzone is really just alerting the people who may have been hidden under a rock and didn't know what was going on in the nation today, just letting them know, man, like whether you know it or not, whether you have acknowledged it or not, we are living in a war zone. There's people dying to your left and your right, all around you every day. And it don't have to be like by hostile means.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it can definitely be a casual situation and just take a wrong turn and end up being a travesty. You can't allow fear to push you so far deep into your emotions that you lose control of the situation. You know what I mean? And one thing that will allow you to not be fearful is if you're prepared. You know what I mean? And when I say prepared, first of all, man, if you know you're legit and you know your rights, and you know you are within your rights, engaging in whatever activity you're engaging in and whatever, and just knowing that it's only so much or so far that this particular situation should be able to go. All right, straight up and down. Listen, black men, those white police officers scared of you. You know what I mean? Because you stronger, you faster, and in their mind, you can fight better than them. So they going to fear you off top.
Right.
So you knowing that, you must disarm them. And you don't disarm them with hostility. You disarm them with intellect and peace. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be as peaceful and as humble as you possibly can. Not in any way putting yourself in a position to be disrespected, or not in any way, being less than a man, but you must disarm them with peace and humility. And, after that, you must understand what they are asking you to do. Once you understand what they're asking you to do, you must comply.
Right.
You know what I mean? But in a way that is not threatening and without coming at them with no formal hostility. And once you do that, man, you know what I'm saying, you should check out and go home. That's how it's supposed to go. You know what I mean? And for the rest, pray. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, because I feel like the officers just as scared of us as we are of them. You know what I'm saying? And it puts us in a position of acting erratical, and that's what makes it escalate to the next situation. But you have a strong voice in hip hop, and I see what you're doing, and I commend you on what you're doing. For one, because you could have kept it with trap.
I'm finna get right back to that.
Right, but I'm saying, but you using your platform and your voice.
Like right now, I just feel like something need to be said, and don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people out there who are phenomenal at presenting the message. There are, everyone from, and I'm talking about, are known for that.
Right.
Like that what they known for doing. Like the Kendrick Lamars, the J. Cole's, the Commons and Andre 3000s and you know what I'm saying, so on and so forth. So the world who known for that, KRS-One, so on and so forth. This what they known for doing. Me, I'm known for bringing you the reality of the streets and the environment that we living in. Like I'm known for, you know, for trap music.
Yeah, it is.
And so when I speak, the people who used to listening to trap music are gonna listen to what I'm speaking.
Right.
Whereas if the people who known for doing politically conscious music, when they put music out, the people who known for listening to trap music might not necessarily get the message as soon as they would if I was saying it.
Right.
So to cast the broadest net possible, I felt like, you know, everybody should feel something. Everybody should have something to say. So if I say it, it gonna reach the people who need to hear it the most.
How do you juggle it all? You got T.I. family hustle, and then you got your kids selling all your paraphernalia, and you're rolling up on them. Like, let's get on the brighter side of Tip. Like, I love the way you discipline your kids. By you being a trap street, you know, so rough around the edge kind of person, you're such a great dad. How do you establish such a great rapport with your kids? You know what I mean? So we can hear some of these black parents out here that's listening to you today on the radio that don't know how to deal with their kids, and they talk to their kids like they're grown-ups in the street. I just want you to shine a little light on how you able to decipher and deal with your kids.
Well, first of all, I was a little badass kid myself, so I know what they own. You ain't gonna beat me at being a little badass kid. You ain't gonna do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You might beat me at being like super smart and cordial and playing it by the rules, like Major. You know what I'm saying? Like Major, he get me. You know, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like how he go at it. Yeah, how he go at it. I don't really know how to do that one. I don't know how to work that one. You know what I'm saying?
Like at the restaurant, like he was the manager. He running everything.
He
man.
working a whole nother place. You know what I mean? I ain't teaching him this. You know what I mean? Like, I'm giving him some information here and there, but he processing it and presenting it like in his own package.
Right.
The money, I done been that.
Right.
King, I done been that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Messiah, I done been that. Like, I know what's on your mind.
Right.
I know what you're trying to do. I know the play you running for, you ain't call it.
There it is.
So, I'm not going to approach it with hostility. I'm going to approach it with understanding.
Right.
Now, first of all, I know what you're trying to do. You know, before we go any further, let me let you understand here. You're not finna get that off. And if you continue to press this issue, you know what I'm saying, it could wind up in a far worse place. So, let me just let you know, you're not going to get that off. I see where you're going. I see what you're trying to do. Now you can abandon all the BS and we can go and get back to something, you know what I'm saying, that we all can agree to. Or let's everybody just go for bad and see who wins.
There it is, man. The reason I asked you that because I work in Southeast, and I work with a lot of kids that, you know, are in low income housing. And I see the way that the parents come and they discipline them. They discipline them like they're grown, you know, men and women. But they're actually in a learning stage. And when I watch your show, I see how you deal with your kids, and I see how that, you know, a young Black American, we should deal with our kids.
Yeah, I mean, but to me, I feel that the people who come and deal with them like grown people, unless it is a situation of extremity,
Skipping school.
just one day of school, or you found out he been skipping school over a course of time?
It was a course of time. I mean, because I work in Ballou High School, so skipping school over a course of time.
How much time?
We looking at he missed about 15 days, not consecutively, but
Okay, 15 days over one semester, or over a whole year.
over one semester.
Over one semester, does he still have enough time to pull his grade back around and pass for this semester?
Absolutely, we have credit recovery for those kind of kids.
No, I'm saying, but so he can. It is possible for him to buckle down and pass.
Right.
Okay, so the first thing over everything, what you want to make sure he does is understand you missed a lot of days, you missed a lot of work. In order for you to pass, you're gonna have to buckle down and you're gonna have to pass, or else. Your first priority, not for you to get the satisfaction of punishing him, but for you to ensure that he passes this semester. You know what I mean? After he passed the semester, then the punishment will be, you gotta, okay, look, now, we can handle this right now. We can handle this right now the way I want to.
Right.
Or I can give you a chance. I can give you time to go ahead and do everything you need to do.
And make it right.
Finish this semester with passing grades. You know what I mean? And, the universe may show some leniency upon you.
Us or else you can download it on Tidal. Man, I'm trying to tell you, you got to be on your toes with Mr. Harris. I'm trying to tell you because he won't even call you out. It's WPGC.
You gotta call it right.
There it is. Anything you want to say? Anything you want to say for the DMV before you slide up out of here?
Man, thank you, man. I appreciate all of I appreciate all the love and support, man. I mean, throughout my career, man, the DMV has been extremely supportive of me, and I can't do nothing but salute you in return, man. Thank you guys for supporting me, and I'll continue to do the same. And in your communities, in every hood, man, within the DMV, understand it, man. We ain't gotta like each other. We just gotta respect each other. You know what I mean? Because it's a bigger battle here. It's a bigger battle ahead of you. And fighting each other, you just gonna make each other tired for really fighting the fight that count. So just understand that, you know what I mean, and use some discretion.
WPGC 95.5.